Alright guys, welcome to my new channel. We're gonna fix some cars. So first up, I'm not gonna do film every job I do, guys. It's too many videos. Just random ones where I think I can really help some people out online. So 2011 Golf 2.5, we're gonna do the alternator. Now, I had a few minutes here before work. I just watched the video and the guy made a botchery of it. I think he did it completely the wrong way. The alternator, guys, is right here. And it's super tempting to try to bring it up through this pocket, but I don't think that's the best bet. If you watch the guy's video, hey, don't watch his video. He takes out the coolant reservoir, the motor mount, jacks the motor up, and then sticks a pry bar between the plastic rad support and the intake to push the motor back to get this up and out of here. I honestly think, guys, we take the AC compressor off the bottom without opening up the AC lines and drop the alternator out through the bottom. So I'm gonna start wrenching. I'll get you back on in a few minutes, guys, and we'll see if we can make this easier and quicker for everybody. All right, guys, I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, the alternator is out, and that took 20 minutes. So I've laid everything out here. I have how you take it apart. We'll run through it real quick. First of all, guys, I didn't even take the tire off. If you don't have access to a hoist, you are gonna struggle a little bit more with this thing. It's going to be a bit more of a fight. There's quite a few awkward little screws, but not too bad. So one, guys, take the two guards off. It is a T25. Next, you want to take the 3 bolts out for the AC and the 1 electrical connector. And then, guys, it's on these nice long rubber tubes. You can nicely suspend this and just completely get it out of your way. And then you're going to want to move this idler assembly. That is an M10. Pull it out of the way. Remove the belt tensioner for the AC, again M10. And guys, that one there is kind of tricky to get to. You can see that it kind of overlaps a little bit, so you may not get your M10 100% straight on that, but you can definitely get it cracked loose. And then Volkswagens are pretty good, they thread out pretty easily. Guys, if you have one of these electronic ratchets, it's worth its weight in gold. And then what you're going to want to do is undo the tensioner pulley. And this should be a reverse thread bolt. Nope, it's standard rotation. So no big deal, undo that. And then you can get your bottom bolt out of your alternator. Once you do that, guys, there's a wiring harness holder on the bottom of the alternator, 8mm screw, undo the wire for the alternator. And then I removed the tensioner assembly itself. Again, M10, no big deal. The trickiest part, guys, is above that, you have to get this idler out. And these are kind of finicky. And I ended up taking, it's a T27, and I ended up putting it in a ratchet, crack them loose, and then you can undo them by hand. Now, guys, we're gonna actually go back to this guy for a second. The M10, once you put it in its holder and put a ratchet on it, there's not enough room. So if you pop it out, they got these hexes on it, guys. It's a 10mm, and then I went at it like that, nice low profile to get tight. So you just take the M10 out, put a 10mm wrench on it, and it works. Get that one out, and then you undo the upper bolt on your alternator, guys. Give her a whack with a hammer. There are set pins in here that get kind of tight, so you'll actually see my mark here on the back of the alternator, right there. You just kind of want to give it a slight little whack to push these in. And then, guys, wiggle the alternator and out it comes. It comes right out of this pocket down here. No removing of the coolant tubes, no removing of the motor mount, no putting a jack under this and, wrecking your oil pan, guys. Super easy. And now all you gotta do is verify that you have the right alternator. When you get into the Chevys and stuff, the connectors here will change colors for different voltages, but you want to inspect your housing and make sure you're the same one. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging on this one because I can see that the cooling fins are different. So I think this might be a different amperage. I'm gonna have to dig into it before I install this, guys. And then you just work backwards through what you did. It's all laid out here for you. And it's not too bad. All you need, guys, a pick, 15mm wrench, 8mm socket, T25 to get the shield off, deep and shallow 13s, and if you have a electronic ratchet, it really does help, guys, and a hammer and pry bar, and that's it, guys. And that alternator is out. All right, guys, so it's in and running. Don't get tricked trying to pull it up out of this pocket. You're gonna waste a lot of time. It's charging 14 volts, guys, and it only took me an hour. and I had to stop and talk to some customers, answer some questions. Guys, let me turn this off real quick. Disclaimer, guys, I don't disconnect the batteries on these things, on pretty much any car. I'm very cautious when I undo that power wire, make sure I don't touch anything. I covered in electrical tape. In today's modern world, guys, with these drive-by wires, I don't want to take the chance of it losing its idle. I know you should put a battery saver in. The Hondas, if you disconnect the battery and you don't have a battery saver in, you have to call the dealership, get the access codes for it. So guys, it's just easier for me to take the extra 30 seconds undoing the wire, being very careful and covering it with electrical tape, than potentially undoing that battery, my battery saver, losing connection, and then have to reset the idles, have a computer go down, the customer loses all their radio presets. It's just not worth it. All right, guys, that's it for doing that alternator. I hope this helped you out. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in the next video.